Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makakadash. Double honor to the Apostle Els and Great Millstone. Another respect to the brothers teaching and preaching the truth all over the globe, worldwide. Coming back at you again with another lesson through God's Spirit, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makakadash, Barak.
You have $8 and 0 minutes of
To all the
remaining drive
sincere
time.
listeners out there, they're going to do a random lesson through the Spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua. We're going to just, allow the Spirit, which you always should allow the Spirit anyway, to, take over the lesson, man, and give you what you need to say, as you're going through the lesson. I have put a particular scripture that I want to go into, and that was going to be Revelation chapter 22. Verse 11, and it reads, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still." When you go into the scripture, you know what I'm saying, we are at a time period in the scriptures, in the prophecy, basically it's like you have to let things be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you out there, especially when the men of the Lord on the highway of byways teaching and risking their life for freedom to do so. And when you teach the gospel, as it read in Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, you understand that the gospel has to be taught throughout all the world. And why is that? Because you got Israelites, you got Israel that are scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And the gospel for this time is mainly for the elect of Israel. And Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And the only ones that's going to receive this, the knowledge of the truth are going to be the elect of Israel. Because of the rest of Israel, which is classified as the 2/3, I want to reject his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua. Basically, they're going to reject his truth. They're not going to want to take heed to it, meaning that they're going to want to do what they want to do. And that's the reason why I read Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. It goes into, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. Why? Because you're going to have Israelites, they're going to reject the truth. But we also know that the other nations are going to reject the truth. Why? Because it's not meant for them anyway. So of course they're going to reject it. Because they look at it, well, I can't be the truth from it, I don't want to listen to it. And then you got 2/3 of Israel that reject the truth. Why? Because y'all got you guys dying. And chose anyway. They reject the truth. Why? Because they want everybody to believe that all the nations are going to come together. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with our people, man. Our people don't want to accept the fact of the matter. And most times it's not going to bring all the nations together, man. He's not going to do that. He's going to separate Israel from the other nations, man. Because Israel is the most high chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And our people have a hard time grasping that we're above these other nations. As we read in Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, man. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. Because our people have a hard time grasping that we're above these other nations. You know what I'm saying? And they want to come together, they got this world order mindset that all the nations are supposed to come together and everybody's going to live happily ever after. That's not how the story is going to go. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the prophecy is going to go, man. Israel is the one that's going to be on top and everybody else going to be underneath Israel, man. Why? Because these other nations have benefited off the downfall of Israel. So why is it that these other nations could all the spoil us, and then yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, they get to be equal with us. That you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make no sense whatsoever, man. And we already going to count the scripture showing that the other nation not gonna have no part with us in the kingdom. And an example of that, you know what I'm saying? You can read the book of Nehemiah. You know what I'm saying? Read the book of Nehemiah, and these other nations want to deal with our forefathers then. And basically, our forefathers told them no. We have no part with you, man. And these other nations got mad and upset. They went to the king and asked him to try to frustrate their work. We're going to stop them from being involved. And that's what's going on today, man. Look at that law symbolize the truth, man. When you got the other nations acting though that they're with us, man. And with the prophets, the men of the Lord, they're on the highway, byway teaching. But when the men of the Lord tell them that they had no part in the kingdom, man, they go out and they want to frustrate the work, man. They try to stop them from teaching the truth. And they know that's the truth. If it wasn't the truth, then you tell them why the other nations, why everybody wants to silence the men of the Lord, man. Why? Because they know it's the truth, and they know the fact of the matter is that, especially when you two-thirds know the fact of the matter that the other nations are not going to be joined, are not going to be equal with them, man. And they have a hard time understanding that we're above these other nations. And here's the scripture, Revelation, chapter 7, verse 6. It reads, "But thou holy people unto Yahweh thy power. For Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." You hear that? It said above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And our people need to understand the fact of the matter that we're above these nations, man. You know, just like the other nations, you know, they're above us because our forefathers disobeyed the law, statutes, commandments, the Alpha, Shema, Shah. You know what I'm saying? Went out to serve other gods. That's the reason why we're at the bottom now, man. You know what I'm saying? These other nations are above us because of that. But guess what? They ain't gonna go back to being the way that they were from the beginning, man. That we're gonna be above these other nations, man. We're gonna be ruling over them in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? If 2/3 of our people, they act like they don't get that memo, man. Even though you got the apostles and elders, the great ministers on down, man. You know, they bring these scriptures out time and time again. But it's just like our people just still don't get the memo, man. They believe that we're gonna some way, somehow be equal to these other nations, man. That's the reason why I read Revelation chapter 22 and 11. He that be unjust still. He that is filthy, let him be filthy still. Because we are at a time period, man. We are at a time period that we can't sit back and trying to cater to these people's feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? We're at a time period that these people, especially the Israelites, they're not going to accept the truth, man. And for those who waking up in the truth, man, you're gonna have to understand the fact of the matter that our people, and even your family members, are not going to accept the truth, man. They just not, man. I'm not saying all of them not going to accept it, but understand the majority of our people are not going to accept the truth. You know what I'm saying? Even though that they are Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? They are the Most High chosen people. But you're going to have to understand on this side, they're not going to accept the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Romans chapter 9, verse 6. You know what I'm saying? And it reads, though that word of Yahweh had taken none effect, for not all Israel, which are Israel, and understand that the word Yahweh, has taken effect, man. Because get what you gotta understand that all Israel is not going to be of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? On this side, of course. even though that they're Israelites, but they're not going to receive the truth, man. No matter how you break it down, no matter how you no matter how you break it down, filter according to the scriptures, they are not going to receive the truth, man. And they make it abundantly clear that they're not going to receive it. You know, even though that you break the word down and you show them in the scriptures, they're not meant to give. Why? Because, you know what I'm saying, they are in a congregation of the dead, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah has not penetrated through them, man. So for those who waking up in the truth, you don't have to understand the fact of the matter. When you when it's in your family, man, you know, understand that you know, some of the majority of it is not gonna get it, man. Majority of it is gonna be just wisdom, not understanding Yahweh Shema Shah, mean that they're gonna reject this truth. So don't get in your feelings when you start witnessing to your family stuff, and then they start talking outside their neck about the truth, man. They, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You probably have some of your family members that's going to wake up in the last hour, man. They're going to wake up in the last minute. They're going to receive the truth. You will have majority of them are not going to receive. They're going to be destroyed, man. Because that's what we love y'all about Shema Shah, man. When you understand that, and you understand the fact that, yeah, you love our family. But at the same time, we got to understand that the word Yahweh Shema Shah come first, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to have just like that's not going to hurt you. They're not going to hurt you. They're going to do what they want to do, man. They don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? They're going to reject it, and they're not going to take heed. Well, understand, man, so we are in a time period that evil is increasing upon the earth, man. We are in a time period that prophecy is coming to pass, man. We are in a time period that wickedness is multiplied upon the face of the earth. We're in a time period that the sins of Babylon the Great, the sin of Babylon the Great, have reached unto heaven. And you how we remember our differences, man. You know what I'm saying? We are at that time period, man. And you read Romans, you read Matthew chapter 24. It's, you know, Yahushua said that the love of many is going to wax cold, man. And you're seeing that going on every day, man. You're seeing the filthiness of the world is going on every day. And the work in the gospel being preached throughout all the world, man. Every soul that's on the planet does not have no excuse, man. Because every soul on the planet has heard about the Hebrew Israelite, heard about the truth, you know, some shape, form, or fashion, man. You know, whether you heard about the brother on the street corners teaching, whether you heard about it on the news, whether you heard about it, you know, brother doing lessons, this word has gone forth, man. Even celebrities know about the Hebrew Israelite. You have some celebrities know that they're Hebrew Israelite. You know, majority of them know that they're Hebrew Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? So, guess what? Nobody would not see it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to be wicked, you know, the scripture says, let he has filthy, let him be filthy still, man. You know what I'm saying? You understand the scripture. Understand Revelation 22:11, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the 2/3 that's going to continue to be wicked. So when you teach the scripture and they just laugh and scoff and reject it, you know what I'm saying? You know, more often than not, they are 2/3, man. I'm not saying all of them 2/3. You don't have some that's under the back, and it's not their time period yet to receive the truth, man. But majority of the people are 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't waste your time going back and forth with 2/3 that's not going to get it, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have people that's going to laugh and scoff and mock you the truth. But you got to understand that, you know, they laugh and they mock you out, man. Because when he talked the truth, people got mad and upset. And they called him Beelzebub, man. They call him the prince of the devil, man. They call him Beelzebub. And they can do that to your house shot. How much more they can do that to us, man? Your house shot said that the teaching not greater than his Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? The servant not greater than his Lord. You know, it's like for him. Because get what? If they persecute your house shot, get what? They're gonna persecute you as well, man. If they hate your house shot, get what? You follow your house shot, they're gonna hate you too. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. And you can't get all bent up in your feelings when you get rejected by your family, man. When you get rejected by your so-called friends, man. Because when you are in the truth, you're gonna lose people, man. That's just what it is. You're not gonna have friends. You're not gonna. Your loved one gonna distance themselves from you because they gonna be used to you celebrating the pagan holidays, man. And they gonna realize you don't celebrate the holidays anymore, and you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster like you used to, and you don't engage in wickedness like you used to. You know, they're gonna separate themselves from you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're living a holy life according to the scriptures, you're gonna be separated from the world, man. You're gonna denounce the things of this world, man. You're not going to you're not going to be like the world because you're going to do what Revelation 8, chapter 18, verse 4 said. It said to come out of her, my people. And you be not partake of her sins today. You receive none of her plagues, man. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be separated from this world. You know what I'm saying? And you probably have what's the benefit, you know, about me being that gets you. And I'm separated from my family, separated from the world. Your house shall say that your house brother, your house mother, your wife, and, you know, so on and so forth. And you follow your house child, you're going to receive 100-fold. You know what I'm saying? You're going to receive 100-fold in the next life, man. You know, roughly paraphrase. You're going to see a greater reward empty or down here, man. Because guess what? You separated yourself from those that are in the world, man. You know, because Scripture said, love not the world, not of the things of the world, man. You know, that's 1 John 2:15. You know what I'm saying? You got to love, you got to love not the world, man. You got to love your heart by sheep and outside more than life itself, man. You understand? Because when you love the things of this world, and you love the wickedness of this world, the love of your house will not end. You know what I'm saying? Your house is not going to dwell in you because Scripture says he does not dwell in the unclean temple. That's the reason why we have to be careful each and every day to walk in the ways, the laws, statutes, commandments, beyond by shame outside, and walk not after the ways of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though Scripture says we in this world, but we're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? We live in this world, we do the work of Yahweh Shem HaShah, but we're not of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? We're here to do the work with the will of Him that sent us, man. That's Yahweh Shah said. You know, He said, my meat is to do the will of Him that sent me. And that's what Shah mindset be, man. You know what I'm saying? We should be entangle ourselves in this world, man. We're in this world, but we're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? We're not of this society, man. That means why being here in Babylon the Great, man. We live here in Babylon the Great, but we don't partake in what Babylon the Great has to offer, man. Because Babylon the Great offers wickedness, man. They push certain agendas to say, and they're trying to say if you are against this agenda, you're against homosexuality, you're against doing wickedness, then you know what I'm saying, you're evil. Because the scripture said, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, you know, roughly paraphrase. You know what I'm saying? You know, basically they saying that anything that is righteous, they call it wicked, and anything that's wicked, call it righteous. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying? They had the world, they had things turned upside down, man. You know what I'm saying? And he speak out against homosexuality. They said they said that they classify that you are evil, man. They classify that you're wicked, even though that you speaking the truth in righteousness, say, man. But they saying that you're wicked. But then anything that is righteous, they saying that's wicked. Just like for example, when we read Deuteronomy 7:6. And we saying that we're above these nations, man. People get mad and upset, and they saying, "Oh, you know, you teaching hate, you know, because we saying that we're above these nations, man." And which we are according to the scripture, man. We are according to the scripture. They said that's hate, but you know what I'm saying. And here it is. You got Esau, Edom, basically, you know, benefit off us. And basically saying that they're above us, they better than us, they smarter than us, and which they're not. And we bring out scripture saying that Israel is above these nations, and everybody has a problem with that. And when we say that we have to separate ourselves from wickedness, separate ourselves from these other nations, and not follow after their idols, man. And they saying that, oh, we're racist. Even though the word racist means just be for our own people, man. But yeah, it's okay for them to say that we feel over human beings. It's okay for them not, you know what I'm saying, not to give us reparations for all the free labor they got out of our forefathers, man. It's okay for them to do that. But when we say they're gonna be under us and keep us helping, that they're gonna be that we're gonna be oppressing them like they oppress us in righteousness. And you can read in Isaiah 14:2. They said that we're racist, man. They said we're teaching hate. But even though that the scriptures point out that what's gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Our people have a problem with that. The other nation have a problem with that. Same people that have a problem, they is our own people. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they are filthy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they are unjust. Because they hate the scriptures, man. They're quick to say, oh, I love God per se. But guess what? They don't do none of what the scriptures say. The scriptures say for them not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They do the opposite of that, man. They go out, they eat anything that they want to eat and say, oh, as long as you pray over it, you know, it's fine. But, you know, how about Shemal Shah for the Leviticus chapter 11 made dietary laws, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, our people choose to be wicked, man. Even though that they give the path to walk therein, you know what I'm saying? They refuse to walk in the ways of righteousness, man. They refuse to humble themselves and to repent and turn back to Yahweh Shemal Shah. Why? Because they already got in their mind they choose evil over righteousness. And that's the reason why you won't have a lot of our people, they're going to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Because they already chose to serve Esau, man. They already choose the Esau over Yahweh Shemal Shah. You know what I'm saying? You're like, that's not true, but it is true. Look at how our people act, man. You know what I'm saying? Look how they act. You know, look how when the word is being preached, they laugh and stop. And they know that they harden their heart. And they move the shoulder, man, as it says in Zechariah 17:11, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they don't want to hear the gospel, man. They don't want to hear the truth. And so we're at the time period now that the word is being taught. It's for those who believe in the gospel of Yahweh Shemal Shah. And it's for the elect, man. It's not for everybody else, man. Because we already understand that everybody's not going to get it, man. We already know that people are going to laugh, they're going to scoff, and they're going to reject the gospel, man. They don't want to hear the truth. Why? Because it's not in them to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's in them to walk said, woe unto you that desires the day of Yahweh Shem Shah. What's going to be in it for you? Those who reject the gospel, especially our people, there's going to be death and destruction that's going to be unto you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the day of the Lord for the wicked 2/3, man. It's going to be death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? But for the 144,000, 1/3 that believe in the gospel, it's going to be our salvation unto righteousness, man. That you know, how willing that we part of the elect, man. That they're going to get beamed up in the chariots. You know what I'm saying? We're going to read Revelation chapter 22, verse 11 again. And we're going to end off there. Because I believe the point is being made. It reads, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And I said we're in a time period, man, that things gonna be out there, things be what it's gonna be, man. And for the brothers out there, you know, you continue to teach the word through the power of spirit, Yahweh Shem Shah. I understand that you're teaching to wake up the elect of Israel, man. Because Yahweh said in that verse, he said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to the word shall be. If you become like you are wicked 2/3 Israelite, man, you're gonna get your work for being a 3rd Israelite. You already know there's gonna be death and destruction, man. You choose to be wicked over being righteous, then what your reward gonna be. You wanna get that death and destruction on this side, man. But if you're doing the work of Yahweh Shem Shah on this side, and you doing the work, man, your reward is you're gonna get beaten up in the chariot, man. And the reward in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna receive that crown, man. You're gonna receive that crown of you're gonna receive the crown of that crown, man. And Yahweh Shem Shah gonna have, you know, to them that believe on him, you know, roughly paraphrase, you know, to the 144,000, man. You know what I'm saying? And to the 1/3 as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, nevertheless, though, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I pray that this lesson will edify. I want to give my praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Kazadash. And honor to the Apostle Elder, Great Millstone. Another friend to the brother, teaching and preaching the truth out of the See you again with another lesson real soon. God willing. Shalom.